What's going on, people? It is me, DSP, your friendly neighborhood media personality, and you're now tapped into another installment on the Blast Podcast Side 2. It's been a while since I dropped something on this channel. Last time I spoke about hip-hop and, the impact that the Clips had with their new project, and then I segued that into the album review that's available on the Blast Podcast YouTube channel, so please be sure to tap into that. But today I'm here to talk about a series that I seen that didn't really get much promo, and it's on Disney Plus. And I kind of think I know why this is not being promoted. Maybe they're doing it because they don't want to suffer any backlash. When they tried to promote Ironheart, it was review bombed before anyone even got to see the show. So I guess they were trying to prevent that with Eyes of Wakanda. I'm not sure. They rarely do promote their animated content, because I didn't see much of a promotion effort when they released the Spider-Man animated series. Probably the biggest one that got the promotion was probably X-Men 97, because there's such a huge cult following behind that. And that's about it. Oh, yeah, and Marvel Zombies. And because there's such a huge following behind that as well. But as far as Eyes of Wakanda, there was no promo for it. And that's cool, right? Because the promo for Ironheart was kind of weak, but they still gave it promo. And the review bombing was totally unnecessary. And, of course, the reviews got better once the show actually came on. People actually watched it and actually enjoyed it. So, Ironheart, hopefully there's a season 2. Looking forward to that. But today I wanted to talk about Eyes of Wakanda. There was really no promo for it. When you went onto the actual app, you actually had to wait till you go into the Marvel section of the app to see that the show was on there. Usually when you go onto the Disney Plus app and it's a new show on there, they usually have it right there front and center, letting you know, hey, new show, here it is. But not this time. When I went to look at Eyes of Wakanda and I went on to Disney Plus, I had to go into the Marvel section of things and actually look for Eyes of Wakanda. But when I did actually click that button to play the actual episodes, man, was I impressed. I love the whole spy thriller through time type of situation that they had going on. The first episode was about a war, pretty much the inception of the war dogs in the 1400s BC. The first episode was about pretty much the head of the war dogs and how she became a part of the war dogs spy group for Wakanda. Second episode was about, his name was Bakai, but they called him Memnon. He was part of the Trojan War between Greece and Troy. And they're saying that he was the reason why Achilles died, because he cut Achilles' Achilles tendon to retrieve a jewel, an artifact that Wakanda needs. That's what the war dogs do. They go out into the world to retrieve vibranium artifacts to bring back to Wakanda. The third episode was about a war dog who went to China to retrieve a vibranium artifact that was attached to a dragon that belonged to someone. Well, I think it belonged to the people of Kunlun. They never really said if that was Kunlun, but I mean, if the Iron Fist was involved, because I believe it was the 1400 AD in China. Well, they said China, but I think that was supposed to be Kunlun, because that's where the secret entrance is, and he was on a mountain where she found him. So she being the Iron Fist, must have found him and brought him in, took care of him. They had got feelings for each other. And him being the spy, he found the artifact, took the artifact, but unfortunately he couldn't take it out of the dragon's head. So he took the dragon head, escaped, I guess you could call it Kunlun, I'm not sure. I don't want to say it's Kunlun, but they said China. And he didn't know that in tow, the Iron Fist was involved, and she actually got into Wakanda. So that was cool to see that there was an Iron Fist that infiltrated Wakanda back in the 1400s AD. I thought that was fire to see that. And, of course, they figured it out. She used her power to take out the actual the vibranium artifact that was in the dragon's head. She took the dragon head and she went back to Kunlun. And the final episode was cool because if you remember in Black Panther, that vibranium axe or hammer that what's his name, Killmonger, was looking at, that piece, that artifact was a huge MacGuffin in that episode, the fourth episode of Eyes of Wakanda. Tafari, and I think his name was Kuda, I don't remember. They went to retrieve that artifact from Ethiopia during the war between Ethiopia and Italy. And Tafari retrieves it after Kuda tells him, nah, we don't need to get it. Tafari retrieves it. When they retrieve it and they're on their way back to Wakanda, a Black Panther from the future time jumps, tells them what's going on and says, hey, that artifact you have in your hand, if it goes back to Wakanda, it's going to cause a ripple effect in time to where Wakanda remains isolated. And then there's a war that happens where the rest of the world gets destroyed and Wakanda is the last place to get destroyed. I think it was like the 23rd century or something like that. I'm not sure. But she came back in a time to tell them, hey, leave that artifact where it was, because what happens is the person that finds this artifact is the reason why Wakanda ends up opening their borders. And of course, if you know the story of Black Panther, that's what happens. So Eyes of Wakanda the history of Eyes of Wakanda plays right into Black Panther Part 1. So, I mean, I thought the show was amazing. It was just unfortunate that not too many people were tapped into it. Or let me not say that, because I'm sure it's probably going to get some great reviews after, people watch it after a week or two, after, the grassroots promo, takes course and then people start actually watching it. But look, man, I truly enjoyed the show. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. If you haven't tapped into it, tap in. Sorry if I spoiled everything for you, but there's a lot more that's going on. I just tried to keep it as an overall summary. I just wanted to promote the show to let people know, man, this show is a good show, and y'all should tap in. For real, it's definitely a vibe. Don't be shy to leave a comment and let me know what y'all think, all right? This is DSP. This is the Side 2 of Blast Podcast. As you see, I do whatever I want on this side. But please be sure to subscribe to the Blast Podcast YouTube channel, where I definitely just discuss hip-hop in depth. So tap in if you're a hip-hop fan. But thank you. Truly appreciate y'all for watching, listening. I'm heading on out of here. Y'all be safe. And, of course, check out Eyes of Wakanda. This man, Ryan Coogler, has been on a run. He was the executive producer of Eyes of Wakanda, executive producer of Ironheart, and of course, y'all know he just directed the highest grossing horror film, Sinners. So he's had a crazy run this year, so check that out. And be on the lookout for my video about Wonder Man, because I'm starting to notice that show's not getting much promo neither. And I'm starting to see a pattern here, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Maybe they'll do promo on Wonder Man coming up, but let's keep an eye out on that. Once again, check out Eyes of Wakanda. I'm DSP. This is Blast Podcast, Side 2. Y'all be safe. Peace.